What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my mono blue Trick-NAUGHT Dreadnought list. Again, still trying to explore different deck lists. I've gone back to an old favorite here, mono blue Dreadnought here, with a few new toys. But the same plans usual is either like it's the Delver deck, Delver mono blue tempo-ish, with trying to play a Dreadnought on turn 3 or even turn 4 or whatever turn 3 is the best, and just protect it and attack a couple times. Hopefully, my opponent dies. Got a few new toys here. Starting with Snow Covered Island, which is kind of the only thing that really supports it is this eyesight goal. I guess the idea is that just having a lot of like fast threats and then just bagging it with counter magic is kind of okay. And then you have like Tempest Chins or Dreadnoughts to kind of like finish the job. So Eyesight Golem Delver are just like the early drops that you can just kind of like get behind like a couple of loose counters or whatnot, and they have to deal with that. And once you're dealing with that, oh no, Dreadnought, here we go. So that's kind of the idea behind it. I kind of like it. It's kind of like a tempo-y play to me. I remember back in Delver's day, people were playing with like Phantasmal Bears and like Lord of the Unreal, which I could do now, but it's kind of the same idea. And Tempest Chin's the other kind of finisher. I'm actually playing a full four because I actually think it's really good right now. Ways to get the Dreadnought active are kind of new here. I'm using a Reality Ripple, which is a great spell. When you phase out this creature, you don't get the trigger, so it comes back, and it's not really doesn't really re-enter the battlefield. Never really left phasing is weird. I don't know, but it works. Kind of works out, and also it's not really a dead card late game because it's also a removal spell, which is pretty great. You can cheese people with lands and stuff, and it's kind of interesting. I'm still playing a couple of trick binds. I think it's still pretty decent against like Storm and even like Wave stuff like that. It's kind of a quirky card to have, but I think wanted at least 6 2-mana effects to go with Dreadnought, so I get a good turn 3. I was playing a full 4 Disallow instead of the Trick Binds, which is my favorite cancel. It's just kind of a cancel with upside, but I just like having a couple extra counter spells because the only real counter spell here is Lose Focus, which is basically Supplanted Mana Leak is like probably the best 2-mana counter spell that we have so far. The Replicate's pretty sweet on the late game. And the other little thing is this Remand Unsummon, aka Substantiate, which I really like as a tempo play. Uh, a lot of like good spells are pretty expensive, so you could just unsubstantiate a lot of things. You could unsubstantiate like uncounterable spells, like I guess Slaughter Games or whatever. I don't know, but kind of a fun card, kind of a dual module card. I think some people just would probably play Mana Leak or whatever, or even just like Stern Dismissal. But I like them substantiate here. Card drawing, Taxing Pro Ponder. I don't really like Opt that much. Sometimes you just have all these card drawing spells, you just draw too many of them. You know, can I get anywhere? So I kind of just like having this mix. I think this is good enough for me. And then you see a guard approach is kind of like my new dive down. Again, I like module cards, so it's either give something hexproof or taps a creature, which is a nice tempo play. Say they're blocking something in the air, need a temptation to get through, so maybe it'll work out. I'm just trying it out right now. Sideboard here, Spell Pierce, Stern Dismissal, or Spell Pierce, Stubborn Denial are kind of like the counter magic things. When you have like a 12/12 in play, this just becomes like straight negate. But Spell Pierce is also pretty nice, usually against kind of him decks, which I think is a hard matchup. Also, I have a couple Treasure Cruises for that matchup. Stern Dismissal, just kind of extra removal for like small creature decks. Cerulean Drake is kind of narrow. It's only really against mono red, but I can see it against like red black mid range too. And then the Graveyard Hate, Nighthawk Spellbomb, or Silent Gravestone. But I think mono red is actually a really bad matchup, so that's why I'm rolling with Drakes here. Gonna play in the tournament today, streaming it on my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Mecha. If you want to follow the stream, just check out the link in the description below. And like, follow, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about this video. And here we go. Alright, round 1. Here we go. Die roll, good. Got a mulligan, really need a threat on turn 1. Or just a threat at all. I would keep it instead of Ponder. This hand's fine, I can keep this. Probably get rid of a Tempest Chin. Actually, I'll get rid of a Probe. This should be okay here. See what my opponent's up to. Oh, okay. I haven't seen this deck in a while. Hate the salvaging, huh? So this thing's gonna die in turn 2. Sec really just wants to have their enabler plus their madness stuff. That's all madness decks do. But their stuff is like really low costed anyway, so it's not too bad. Even if I don't flip this, I'm definitely attacking into the Putrid Imp. I guess I could block with the Ruwala. The Ruwala is kind of free. It's funny. Is this like a fix? This was like a fixed Phases looting. It's interesting. It's reversed too, so it's like it's basically, well, it's just tormenting voice, I guess. Okay, am I good? Am I good at magic here? Can I blind flip this? I could draw an island though. I wouldn't be too upset about drawing island. Okay, it's just okay, just another Delver. Again, I'm tagging right into this. I really want to kill this. Even if they block with the root wall, we have another Delver. I just get rid of the root wall. Just totally fine with. Okay, they're gonna chump. Kind of okay with this. Wouldn't be surprised if they block the Putrid Imp, because they do have the salvaging. Hey, how's it going? Okay. Alright, replacement Delver. I mean, they have the Fire Temper already, so I don't think it's going to live too super long. Okay, they drew that. They have the land here. This is interesting. I'm just gonna take it, just because I know they have the salvaging anyways, like a discard outlet, but I kind of want to make them use the Fiery Temper. Okay, that's not good. Really would like a third island at some point. Feel bad for beating that probe. It was kind of nice because then they get a free spell next turn. It's basically free on the rebound. They can shoot the Fiery Temper, or they can shoot the Fire Temper at the Delver. Also, because they let it resolve, I mean, they know that the coast is clear, so they can definitely just start attacking. Let me not. Let me not. You never know. Alright, so you still have a land in their hand. Just have to remember that. I've seen Zach lose a lot with, like, floods, so... But, I mean, I guess, like, Faithless Looting and Salvaging kind of mitigate that a bit. Okay. Honestly, Tempest is just really good on this board. This is not threatening at all. I'm just waiting for this island. This was one of the better decks in the beginning of the season. It's very, I mean, it was a perfect mix of like new deck plus aggressive, So that's what you want in the beginning of the season, like a good aggressive deck, and it really is good. No, but then people stop playing it for whatever reason. I think it has a bad combo matchup. Okay, it's okay, I guess, but the threat on board is kind of rough. They play another land, they can just play around the loose focus. Let's get to counter this. Yeah, they have threshold on the putrid imp, right? Here comes Goblin Guide here, aka Kitchen Imp. I really just need to play an island. I think I could just stabilize with a bunch of Tempest Shins here. Alright, perfect. I'm just gonna run out all these Tempest Shins and trade. This deck also has like a ton of reach with like with a bunch of like bolts, and that's the problem. Like they could just start like shooting alms of the veins at me, which is why I kind of block this. Like I take the 6 now, but I'm very close to dying. Like they've bumping at nights and stuff. This is what's really annoying. Shade lightning. So they've got a lot of okay, they're killing that. That's great. That's super great for me. Ooh, you see a guard approach, alright. I hate that I did a fake fact to say this word. Like, can I just call it Hexproof Tapper spell? I don't know. Okay. Um, pretty annoying all around. I'll be at 1 no matter what I block, so I'm just gonna block this. Sure. Dead to any spell, really. Yep. Kind of stumbled on lands there, but try to get it back. This is actually kind of a hard matchup, in my opinion. Because, like, counterspells aren't really super great. I actually don't like probe. I don't really care about their hand. Actually, I'm gonna play. I have to play loose focus. I'm gonna bring in this Spectre Bounce, Cerulean Drakes, kind of like block half the deck. So they're just kind of like hard to kill stuff. I don't think they're gonna bring in like Heartless Axe. I'm not really sure. Stubborn Owl's interesting. I don't know if it's good enough. I don't really know what I could negate. I want the 4th loose focus. Maybe I will kind of disallow, actually. At least on the play. On the draw, I'd consider something different. This is a weird hand. I can actually trick bind a Madness trigger, which is really funny. I might keep. I'm actually going to keep this. Just because I think Tempest Chin's really good in this matchup. Not to trick bind the absolute nonsense out of a Madness trigger. They're mulliganing. I'll play Eyesight Golem, sure. If I draw a Dreadnought, I'm just instantly playing it, obviously. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. Would have been nice to Trick Bind. It's okay, I have the Tempest Chin, so I'm not super worried. Bone Shards! Oh god. That's a pretty good card. And to get a free rule off of it, that's kind of nuts. Alright, I guess little Eyesight Golem here as a hold back. Alright, that's a good draw. I could have you see a guard approach. It's a protection spell. There's this 12 bolt strategy here. Gives the deck a bit of reach, but I mean, at this point, they're kind of like low on stuff. Faith is not really exactly card advantage. I mean, it is when you have a bunch of root wallas and stuff, but I actually like my position quite a bit. I mean, I'm at 10. It's a bit rough, but it doesn't tap with a loose focus. They can't really attack. I don't know. But they can attack. I think their best bet is probably to attack. I'm definitely blocking the root wallas. I guess even if I was like really worried, I could just tap down the kitchen imp with the UC guard approach. God, it's such an awkward card to name. Why did they make these D&D? Okay. Alright, the all-out attack. Just blocking for my life here. Fine. Alright. I just have to hang out. A 12-12 would bridge the gap here. Okay. I'll block the Madness Enabler. I mean, they have a bunch of late phase things, so... guess I'll go to 2. I have a loose focus if they try to alms me. Okay, now another remand. But this is kind of tricky. I'm kind of just like hanging out. Guess I kind of lose focus that. I was assuming another spell was coming. Hmm. Guess this is fine. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna trick bind that madness trigger here. I was thinking of unsubbing this. I guess I have another looting, so I can make him loot. I want to attack next turn. I guess I only lose to like double swamp draw. Okay, that's a really good draw. I kind of need to kill my opponent soon. That's how I feel. All right, if I cast this though, I'm super vulnerable. Just top decked chain lightning, but I don't think I could like win in another way. Just gonna risk it for the biscuit here. Okay. Okay. So I could lose focus the alms here. All right, so I have to remember that they have the kitchen imp still in their hand, which is basically a haste guy. Oh, that's a big draw. That's such a huge draw because now I can tap down the kitchen imp. And also protects me against a random spell. Oh, what do we do here? I think I'm attacking with everyone. Yeah, I'm attacking. Um, the kid, cause can't go like unless it would like double headliner, I guess. That'd be like really annoying. I guess I could just attack with one Tempest Shin and next turn kill them. That's like the safe line. Also, I'm dead to any. Well, I'm not really because I have the Cerulean Drake. Island kills here, so the Cerulean Drake is protecting me from. Let's say each opponent. This one say each opponent. Okay. It's close. Okay. Not really worried about that because he really can't block. I guess he's looking for like a flash blocker because they are dead next turn. But I do have the UC a guard approach. Okay. All right. I know they have the kitchen imp. I mean, distract the guard. Look over there. There we go. That's how you play tempo. See this card. This card's tempo. Oh, tempo. Okay. I kind of like Spell Pierce. I don't know why. Spell Pierce could actually be pretty. It might be better than Disallow. Or Stubborn Denial is really good too. I want to play at least like one, if not like two Stubborn Denials, I think. I should get a cut a ripple. Okay. Alright, let's try this. I hate it when I like play a new card and it immediately does exactly what I want, and I feel like really great about it. Because then I get hard stuck on it. But I actually think it's a really good card. I think it's better than Dive Down. Except Dive Down protects you against like Pyroclasms. Uh, this is an interesting hand. What a keep, I guess. Just gonna live the dream with Delver. Alright, how many root walls will I see here? Just one. It's gaming. They're definitely gaming here. Interesting trade. Kind of like trading, actually. I'll play for the long game. I only can do this because I think I have the Eyesight Golem. That's just another, like, threat. Please let me draw a Trick Bind or a Reality Ripple. I don't know if they could... Well, they have Bone Shards, so I don't know if they could really... But Bone Shards is a sorcery, and the Ripple is really good against Bone Shards. Domed. Interestingly, they didn't flashback the looting. They must have another creature in their hand. Probably like Kitchen Imp or something. But I have the Sternus Missile. Sure. Alright. Let's go Delver. Let's go Delver. Okay. It's alright. Next time. We'll get him next time. How many do I see another alms in my future? Oh man, this is funny. Okay, come on, Delver. Alright. The embarrassment of riches of violence here. Come on. Alms number 4. Come on. Come on! Oh, this is hilarious. No. That's a good card, though. Really gonna catch up on this. Getting bumped? Oh my goodness. Just getting burned out. At least that was Stubborn Now was really... Yeah, that's right. Okay. Now Stubborn Now is great. Uh, Island kills here, and I have a removal spell. Or I have a counter spell for this bump. Okay. Unsummon. Wow. Drew an Island. Alright. I thought that'd be harder. Well, it was kind of hard. They drew like... They did draw like 4 bolts there. Alright, die roll 1. That's good for this round 2. If I draw a land here, it's not too bad. It will keep. The hard part about this wave matchup, though, is that they also play, They also play Lean Relic Order, which is really, really good against Phyrexian Dreadnought. So, I don't know. This might be rough. This actually might be difficult. Sure. Alright, got a Delver. Hopefully it just blind flips. Okay. Wouldn't mind riding the Delver all the way, too. I know they reprinted Delver in the new set. It's gonna be, I don't know how good it's gonna be. When Delver was the standard, it had like, we had like probes and ponders, so I don't know if it'll be good again. No, but the island's fine. We'll totally trip mine this. Alright, don't have Relic Order, don't have Detention Sphere. Please. Just let me be. No! So unfortunate. Yeah, it's not Ponder, though. It's definitely not a Ponder. So not out of it yet. I mean, the Ice Golem's actually really good at blocking most things. I don't want to trade a card for a card here, because they just get a card back. It's whatever, I guess. We'll attack with the Watcher. They definitely want the card there. I will not oblige. There is a cheeky sequence where I play a Dreadnought, bounce their Relic Order, and then eat the Dreadnought with their Dreadnought, but then I have to counter this back on the way down. So that's kind of a rough sequence. I'm not doing very well this game. I haven't drawn a single Ponder. And they have this guy that's just really good against me. It's probably just like a Mole Drifter. I kind of have to counter this. I'm just gonna remand it, aka Substantiate. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we did it. Just gotta go for it, I guess. If they have land plus wave, it's pretty bad. Because they can't counter it to lose focus. Even the Mole Drifter is kind of bad. It kind of blocks the Delver. So I think I have to counter Mole Drifter here, too. Oh, they drew a land. Of course. Oh, wait. Yep. I mean, in like real life, when I know the cards, I mean, I immediately just flip the card. It's like, it's so fast when I do it in real life. You see a guard approach. All right, go Air Force, please. The next card I have is a Dreadnought, so it's not a really amazing draw. I just need like 3 turns. That's all. Okay. Unfortunate. I might have to trade with the Nevermaker and then just like hexproof the thing that they try to put on top of my library, which will be the other Delver. Because I can't let them have a wave and play. They might just take it, honestly, if they have a wave in their hand. That's good. That's actually a good sign for me. Here, I'm gonna hide this. Hide! Imagine they could start attacking with everyone. I'm just like dead to a wave at any point in this game. It's kind of rough, but they've drawn a lot of lands. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna concede here. My hand's like really bad. There's nothing I can get. There's nothing I can draw to get out of this in this spot. Maybe the 4th Dreadnought. Oh, this is one of those matchups where Dreadnought's really bad. Set of Dreadnoughts? Absolutely not. They still have to have the thing. The actual problem is there's nothing else to bring in, so I don't know. I don't really believe in when a deck only has like 12 threats or 16 threats. It's like really bad. If anything, I bet they cut the eyesight golems. I mean, I gotta bring like Cerulean Drake against it. It's like just worse. There's actually just worse. Just have to play through it, figure it out. I'm just gonna bring a bunch of soft counters and hope it works out. I should know about Dismissal. They're just the decks. Well, I get to bounce enchantments. That's not that bad. I don't really need Probe, which is kind of like just a silly cantrip. I could use Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise is not like bad as like a catch-up mechanic, which I will need, I think. Hmm. I'm gonna cut the Eyesight Golems actually. Alright, let's try it. I definitely need a plan against this wave deck. I don't really have a specific one, honestly. This is almost keepable. I would have to draw multiple lands and then somehow protect my Dreadnought. I might actually mulligan. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna mulligan. I'd rather have like a Delver start. Alright, it's good enough. Alright, Delver. Don't let me down. Skip this one. Don't let me down, Delver. I know you can do it. Don't ask for much, but if we can just get one flip in turn 1, that'd be ideal. That'd be very ideal. Perfect. Best part about Reality Ripple is that they can't Sorcery Speed kill this. That's why I still like Dreadnought. Because Reality Ripple will phase out through their turn. So I can get one hit in and then protect it with some sanctions. I really need an island. I love an island here. Like if I just had Trick Binds in my deck, it'd be a lot harder to protect. But the fact that I could phase it out is like very, very good for me with Reality Ripple. This is fine. I have a pile of remands. This is just fine, I guess. So can you can't count something that you can't. It's not in play, right? It's not in play. Okay, does it? Okay, perfect. So they can Council Judgment my Delver, or just have a Wave is so bad here. Okay, never mind. This is fine, I guess. I don't know. I could ripple the thing back, so just gonna stay patient. Stern Dismissal plus Reality Pool could actually do a lot of work here. I mean, it did get back the Parallax Wave, but then I have to unsub. A lot of things need to go right now. The island draw was not ideal. That's not ideal. Kind of buying some time, I guess. Okay, that's a lot of ripples. This is not bad, because now they have a wave at one counter. And they can, like, replay the Nevermaker here. Okay. That's, like, way better. Because now they don't have to rely on, like, a death trigger of the wave. This is hard. This is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. Maybe because wave is just really hard to deal with. Maybe I need, like, a nulls. I think I actually need, like, straight a null for this matchup or something. I don't know. Maybe it's, like, hyper patient. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Okay, I just have another wave. Okay. I say it's all the time about tempo decks. The deck really relies on like an early threat and just like kind of like protecting all the way through. So once you kind of like stifle that game plan, it's just like really bad. So this is what you're looking at. Like you could beat them with you could just win with anything. Like I need a combination here of Trick Bind and like Reality Ripple, but then like on their turn they get it again. Um Yeah, it's such a losing battle. Just kind of force them to eat it. Or they could just like let it happen and then wait for my next test. I would eat it again. Like, it's definitely not like ideal. Nothing here is ideal. I think the best threats against this are actually probably like hexproof things. Like if I had like Invincible Stalker, that'd be really nice. But that requires playing like pikes and stuff. Cloud form. Well, they would just kill the cloud form. That's the problem with that. Their island. I'm just gonna concede. I don't want to like spend any more mind powder on this. It's really hard to get out of something like this. I'll never produce a threat, and they have a Nevermaker in their hand, so at any point they can just exile my stuff. I guess while I'm waiting, I'll just watch this match. Because this is actually randomly interesting. Already D-sphered a Fauna Shaman. I'll do the obligatory PM them. And then to Geo. Alright, Campbell's interesting. Made deck Campbell's is kind of crazy. It's my favorite deck I've played this season. Probably Storm. It's been a lot of fun playing Storm. I think it's pretty challenging. I don't like the aggro matchup though, which is why I'm kind of exploring other decks for now. I think I could like maybe make the aggro matchup better, but I haven't like enjoyed it. I haven't enjoyed. I'm gonna say I haven't enjoyed the. I haven't enjoyed the aggro matchup plans that I've had. Vidalcan Mastermind Nevermaker is really annoying. I think. Well, I know it's annoying, but they red cap. They have red cap. Speaking of red caps, I should probably make it a Aristocrats deck too. I think that deck should be really good too, as well. But I don't know. There's a ton of different viable decks, so it's hard to say what's good. I don't think Merpatty's here. That's not good. A PM this person. This probably actually means business. I don't know. I think that I don't know why it's on there. What they held priority for this? I don't know why. This is so weird. Okay, I don't know why they like held priority. I think Merpatty maybe thought they dropped and then left, but they didn't drop. I don't know. They might just like walked away. All right, you got a D tier this profit. This thing is yeah, it's so threatening. All right, they're gonna flash in Whispered Elemental. just a pile of nonsense cards. Moon plus Flare goes to find probably Parallax Wave in the spot. And Mermaid is on MTGO, but they're not responding on Discord, so I feel kind of bad. I don't know if they're playing, but it would have been fun to play. I just need more runs. I think they're just blocking with Moonbless Cleric here. You got me worried about just going to 3. Or no, whatever. I'm looking at the life totals wrong. Never mind, they just take that. I was looking at this life total. Alright, Campbell's kind of nice, though. And Devoted Druid. Just a bunch of random cards. Both these players, I think, are 2-0. Yeah, that's really can't block. So the Flyers are going to be really good. Nevermaker Wave's going to start eating just everything. They're going to draw some cards, because why not? So this could eat up to 3 things. Alright, hold priority. Eat 3 things. The last thing you eat is your Nevermaker. The Nevermaker trigger goes on the stack. Bounces the wave. Wave goes back to the top of Ribbons' library. And then the leaves trigger happens, but the exile triggers throw on the stack, so all these get to go away. And look at that, they have a Cloud Blazer too. Alright, looks like a Merpatty's not showing up. That's unfortunate. I really wanted to play Merpatty. I haven't played him in a while. But we'll stick with this match here. Yeah, I guess looking at the Nevermaker. Unfortunate. They're definitely away on Discord, so couldn't do anything there. Alright, I'll take the win. This doesn't feel like a great matchup for the huge creature, the mini creature deck. I think Ribbons usually brings in Day of Judgment in this part. I don't know what this deck actually does. It just seems like a weird like toolbox deck of just like value creatures, and maybe they have Malira and like a sack outlet. I don't know. They have Devoted Druid, so they definitely have ways of like they may have ways of doing different things, but they did discard a birds. Oh, they discard Shalai to get the birds. Interesting. Lost Legacy. Probably gonna name Wave. It's the scariest card against them. Yeah, good luck at Merpatty forgot to drop. So they did have Malira. Okay. Wonder if they actually have like a sack outlet. I wonder what they played. Alright, so they still have like Mastermind Nevermaker. That's just still kind of a thing. So they could just like freeze the Malira from their draw. There's 4 rounds today to cut the top 8. This is actually really brutal when you're like missing land drops. Just like the Nevermaker wave kind of pseudo lock. But at least they have the Sylvan Carry added, which has hexproof. So, they might be able to get out of this. I guess it looks like they're able to kill the Mastermind here. Red Cap goes upstairs. I didn't have a Malira, so if they have some sort of sack outlet, that is actually infinite. Usually it's like the Saraseer. Ooh, big Dave judgment. Which is kind of, this is actually not bad. Well, not good, because, oh, they're gonna never make her their own Astrolabe. Okay. Oh, because they needed a target, because it's not in play with the target. Okay. I think that's how that works. So they had to target their own Astrolabe. I think that's a must. I think you have to choose something. So all right, Verils. This deck just keeps delivering with almost random stuff. That is a sack outlet. So, but they have the red cap on with a persist counter. Bit unfortunate. All right, evoked Mole Drifter. I try to draw some cards. I love me a Mole Drifter. All right, Malira's out. Still no. I guess if they have Devoted Druid, isn't that like infinite counter? Like it's that infinite mana. All right, they're gonna bounce their own. What was that, Cleric? Just to draw an extra card with Baron. look at this deck without wave. It's interesting. They've drawn up a many amount of lands. I will say that much. Seagate Oracle. Realistic without wave in the blue-white wave deck. It's basically a creature versus creature deck. Ooh. Mastermind is great with Baron. Alright, Genesis. They've drawn a bunch of lands now. Genesis is kind of the biggest thing on the table. So now you can start, like, masterminding the Seagate Oracle and just start, like, having this, like, silly, like, draw engine here with the Baron and the Seagate Oracle. Around the D-Sphere, I think you take out either, like, the Genesis. Genesis will be really annoying down the line. Alright, Malira, though, seems more like a combo piece, so I think they don't mind having just a big 4-4 in play. They can also start, like, bouncing their own Baron now to bounce a creature, and then bounce a Seagate Oracle, and then, like, get in some attacks. I love the instant attack, because I know they think they're getting it's probably going to get bounced. Alright, Profit, but no other creatures. That's definitely getting bounced, I think, with the Baron. I wonder, though, if you do it, I guess they could just. I think they'll just double. Maybe they'll just double mastermind the Oracle. They're just trying to get ahead on cards. Ooh, Nevermaker's big. Now they're gonna just start freezing the draw because the Sultai deck or 4-color creature deck there is just gonna keep putting the. Oh, that's kind of brutal. And then they can eventually just find something to kill them with. They'll never get another draw step this way. This is why they conceded. Eventually, the Baron could start bouncing everything. Or just, the Baron could just bounce this. And just, yeah. That is brutal. Alright, round 4. Um, with the Delver deck. Got that round 3 air quotes bye. So, in contention for top 8 here. I think I need a win. I'm going to keep this hand. It's a bit wonky, but I mean, I have lands and spells, so what could go wrong? Alright. Oh, Delver Mirror. Okay. Interesting. I might offer the trade. I don't think I will. I don't know. It depends. If they don't blind flip, I might offer the trade. I do have an Eyesight Golem as another threat. Alright, well, they're good at this game. I'm not. Well, so I'm good too. I could be good as well. Okay, they have an. Oh, they have another Delver. It's aggressive. Okay, that's doesn't flip the Delver. Unfortunately. We're out of Ponder. Hmm. I'm gonna offer the trade. Maybe that's good here. I don't know. I can't deal with double Delver. So I think I'll offer the trade. They've already known I pondered and kept, so they have to like imagine that this thing is definitely resolving. This thing is definitely transforming. I didn't shuffle. I want to flip the Delver. Or playing Ice-Side Golem. They've had no manipulation, so there's no guarantee that this flips, but I mean, they could be just really good at Magic. It'd be insane to take the trade. You never know. Alright, they're gonna unsummon something. It's totally fine. Okay. So you gotta remember they have the Prive in their hand. It's really good time for them to resolve, like, maybe a Tempest Gin. There's no point in playing this, because it's not going to transform. I have to hold the Golem back. Just hold up cancel here. But is it that good? Because if they just blind flip it, then I'm just, like, not really doing anything. I guess I could disallow the trigger. I guess I could disallow the Delver trigger, but there's no guarantee that it actually stops it. Okay. The show probe. If I concede to the probe, I'm not like... I'm just gonna concede to the probe, I think. This is a really weird concession, but I'm pretty behind. So I don't want to show Dreadnought. I don't know. Maybe it's stupid to like concede here, but I don't think I'm really gonna get out of this. I'm gonna try to play for a longer game. Dreadnought, if I can protect it, it's very good, but it's gonna be kind of rough. I don't know if I need a pile of spell pierces. I'm actually not really sure. I think like at least turn dismissals at the very least. Um, Cruises are pretty great for a late game situation. Extra counter magic is never that bad. I think really everything leans on threats though, so I think I don't really need much of this. In my mind, this matchup is all about threat, like threat containment. Like just I like threat containment is like where I want to be. I'm just thinking about cards to cut. I could maybe cut Trick Bind. That's kind of like the worst card. It makes our Dreadnought's like way worse. I think it's the cut here, unfortunately. I'll just have to get really lucky with Dreadnought Ripple. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. On the play, I really want like a turn one threat. I'll have to keep this. I have to keep a ponder hand. This could get really bad if they have a Delver, though. I mean, this will have to do. It's a bit slow, but see what happens. Of course. All right, you gotta get lucky. I'm definitely just slamming the Jin here. I'll say showed up. Okay. Okay, that's good. I probably can't slam the Jin. No, I'm gonna slam. I'm just gonna slam. I really can't like play through the around the counter magic right now. I'll say I like my own spell pierce, but I don't know. I didn't really bring in spell pierces for that. This is the part where it flips. Yes. Perfect. Alright, another Delver and the Ponder setup. They don't even wow, what the heck? I probably don't even need probe in this matchup. Maybe it's just wrong. Why didn't they they're just trying to help Fairy Vandal? That's kinda wild. Well, I mean, this lets me resolve the Jin. Why didn't they just ponder? It's just way more. I think it's way more important to flip this Delver than hold up Fairy Vandal. I don't know. That's just me. But I guess like they can go wide now. They can just get around the Jin. But the Jin's the biggest thing on the table, so. And eventually I'm gonna make this Dreadnought. I'll make it a Dreadnought. Okay, they don't need. I guess they don't need to set up anything because they just like blind to it every time. I don't like that opt. I think you want to save it for the Vandal later. So he'll deprive in an unknown. I don't think I can really attack into this though. The Cruise is kind of nice here, but not in the face of a deprive. Like, I really didn't like burning that opt there for them. This is going to buy me a lot of time. Okay. A lot of Dreadnoughts. Okay. I don't like this. This is really hard for my Delver-like deck to deal with. I would love to just play more Jins. Okay. I really can't do anything about that, so I don't know why I paused. They're probably just attack with everyone at this point. Well, they should have done that, I think. Just gonna draw 3 cards. I'm gonna take this opportunity to draw a bunch. They have Spell Pierce here. I'm just boned. Okay. I'm pretty much dead here, right? It's hard for the way that deck is designed to really beat this kind of thing. They really had it all. If they suicide attacked a couple of times, I think I would have been dead already. This is the part of the temple where you just start sacrificing everything. Should really just sacrifice like there's no math involved here. You can just sacrifice everything you've got. Mm. They have an opt. I'm gonna just take a punch damage. I have a bunch of these though. Maybe that'll help. Uh, hmm. I really don't know what I'm trying to draw into, especially with the deprive. Just like knowing that they have deprive, I don't even know what I'm trying to draw into. I'm interested anyway. I got nothing. Oh man. Well, now we gotta pray for tiebreakers here. I am in fifth place, so we'll see. All right, it's your boy Jamaica here, back with the final thoughts of the mono blue dreadnought deck. Went 2-2, although one match was like a bye because my opponent didn't show up in round 3. Uh, and just losing to the mirror is kind of rough. I think their deck was just like kind of lower to the ground, so they did pretty well in that. I think the deck definitely has legs. I've definitely had like some mild success before. I think I'm just kind of stubborn in some of my choices. I really like Substantiate. I don't know. I don't like having like 8 counter spells, although maybe I don't think I need 8 counter spells. I think Lose Focus is just enough. I think the disallows are just like fine, but I could see them being like trick binds. This was pretty good in that one matchup, so I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm not really sure where I could like shave cards. The only card I could see maybe just like getting cut is maybe like Ice Hide Golem. And just going all in the Delver Tempest Jin kind of plan. I think I might be I don't think I need like more threats, so if I were to cut things, I would try like maybe play like Stubborn Denial main deck, and then maybe like Treasure Cruise. That could be okay. I don't know. The deck doesn't really like churn through their cards really quickly. Um, Another thing maybe I was thinking about was like some other weird like package with like uh Invisible Stalker, like Curious Obsession, and then like Stubborn Denial. Because like if you have an obsession, this it makes this 4 power, so it's perfect for Stubborn Denial. And just Invisible Stalker is just a randomly fun card in general. I don't know. I think my sideboard needs a bit of work too. Everything needs a bit of work, and I think like maybe I don't have time to put the work in. But I definitely felt that wave matchup was just like super bad, and I really want to address that. So maybe I could play like a nulls or something like that in the sideboard. I don't even know if I need Cruise. I'd rather just like end games really quick. I think games when you have a dreadnought and you can protect it, games can end very very quickly. So, and I remember like when I played in the 500, that's why Lightning Grief's so good because just having like a Shroud guy was super strong. So if I can get to like a part of that where I can get like a big guy and then like give it Shroud or Hexproof, like there are cards that do that. Let me just look real quick. I looked this up before. Let me see. Um, like there's actually really funny cards like Cloud of the Dominus is actually really funny. That's honestly a really decent card. Maybe without not in a dreadnought sort of way because it's not blue, but I don't know. There was another card I was looking. Maybe I don't want Shroud. Maybe I want Hexproof. I think there was a giant amulet's not very good, but would be interesting. What was it? Yeah, there's nothing really like amazing. There's just nothing really good. I have actually been thinking about Hexproof a lot. I might make a Hexproof deck soon. But Hexproof's a kind of like a nice way of just getting through a lot of things. But I mean, anyways, just getting ahead of myself. I think it takes a lot of legs. I just need to change some cards. But I'm definitely on the have 8 ways of triggering Dreadnought plan, so I have to figure that out. But maybe it's just Eyesight Golem. Maybe I just had like some lucky runs with Eyesight Golem. But I've actually really enjoyed this card in general. I think it's just a nice, good backup threat early on. But maybe it'd be better if I had more counter spells. Although Substantiate's like okay. I don't know. A lot of thinking to do. But anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. Like, follow, subscribe to the video. Let me know what you think. More videos to come, probably before the 500. At least I have 1 or 2 more ideas to try out. So, take care.